Da, 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 do. Hello. How is it going? What's up? It's me, as a 33, welcoming you to IPW Underground, episode 17 now. We've been doing this for quite a lot of weeks now. 3 matches tonight on your card, as well as a big announcement to end out the night ahead of next week's big shows. We're closing in on our big fun show at the end of the month. Or, well, the start of next month, I should say now. It is going to be obviously Resolve. And we've got some matches tonight that may affect that card. We shall see, obviously, but I am ready. Are you ready for tonight's action? So tonight we're kicking off the show with... I just realized I've been on the wrong fade for all this time, but hi, it's me. Yeah, we're kicking off the show, as you can see there with, well, you saw there, Obafemi, Grayson Waller, a 3-match card coming to you right now. Starting with that aforementioned matchup. Let's get going. And as we enter the underground, the ruler looking to make his mark. Femi, realistically, in one of the weaker positions of IPW. Matches seem to have ended in losses. Now looking to bounce back with a dub.
The following is a submission match. Making his way to the ring from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 273 pounds, Obafemi.
As stated that by this is an submission match. Way to win is pretty simple. Put your opponent in a constantly hold. Force them to tap or say I quit. Simple as Femi, more known for his power. Going into this one, realistically looking to try climb up the ranking. We had said before that every matchup matters. In the underground, where it is more known for being a proving ground, this is a potential chance for him to fire back. Over 26-01. Grayson Waller, his opponent.
And his opponent, representing A-Town Down Under from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 206 pounds, Grayson Waller.
He got me 6-2-0. And obviously the underground is a lot of styles climb up the rankings. The best wrestlers, technical wrestlers in the business. Well, this matchup could be the start of a new rule for the ruler, or a continuation of domination for Grayson Waller. Underway, and already a bear hug utilized here by Obafemi. It's interesting to note, one of Grayson's 2 wins is a submission victory. But he has got a sub victory over opponent here in IPW. So as we continue to get underway with the action, Waller applying pressure now onto Femi. We've not really seen Oba in a few months. Had some time to obviously recuperate, rebuild, restructure himself as he enters his second run here in IPW. Now, I would say this is probably one of the best times to come back as a beautiful spinebuster there from Waller lands. And the reason I say it's a beautiful time to come back is because everyone is kind of clamoring for opportunity. With breakdown forming, new stars getting more shots. With Resolve, the event built from the core of the best of the best in each division facing each other. Ranking spots are always up for grabs in this building, and that's something we will be discussing more when we go into the show as to the importance of ranking. Focusing back in on this match, he is doing quite well here. Waller is staggered right now as the rule is rubbing up against him. Looks up top, this might be a mistake as Waller not going to connect, and neither does Femi. Oba sent crashing to the outside here as Waller stands inside the ring watching his opponent. Realizing he can keep the pressure on, but Femi comes through with a bulldog. Oba grounds his opponent only for a moment as Waller gets back up and he is going to drop no misses in the Nelson into that pop-up Uranagi from Femi. I talked earlier in his entrance, he is all about the power game. This matchup doesn't really suit him. The referee, vicious toss there from Femi. The referee continuing to escalate the count. It's up to 7. Double axe connects. Femi breaks the count by heading up top. That is actually not the wisest of maneuvers. Femi could have potentially got a count victory, or not that impressive. This though, no, not going to be able to toss Waller, who sets up Femi up and down. That butterfly DDT connecting. And Waller looking to strike, rolls through, hits that stunner. Bang! And Femi is down. Waller needs to lock in a submission. Has the triangle locked in. Oba though, powerful, resilient, power bombs Waller to break the hold. Oba tries to charge through to keep the pressure on. Waller reverses it. Only a moment though, as Femi has Waller up. Around the world goes Waller with that F10. Running power slam to follow that up. And the ruler seizing an opportunity to strike. Waller again sent running. Again, Oba flattens him. The ruler's taking charge. There's Waller. He's losing it. He hit the big maneuver, but now he's at the mercy of Oba Femi. Oba striking through. Punishing now limbs. Smart to do in a submission match. Weaken the opponent's ligaments. Now he'd set up the likes of an armbar. A triangle. Now, even Boston Crabs that target their legs. If you keep the punishment on an opponent long enough, they will feel it. As Femi lines up Waller. Tries to maybe go belly to belly instead. Sends him running. Waller hits that stunner again. Beautifully executed. And again, he locks in the triangle. It's realistically only Waller trying to win this match. Femi is kind of just trying to inflict punishment onto Waller. Grayson taking a beating, but it's realistically he who's landing the bigger shots. Femi's landing him in bunches, but Waller's hit 2 of his signature stunners, as well as that butterfly DDT. What has Femi really landed in his major arsenal? The F10 maybe. Other than that, it's really been mitigated here by Waller, who connects with a big right. Femi trying to catch Waller, but Waller's too quick. And again, Waller climbs to the top, walks the ropes, and he lands that trick shot elbow. And again, arm triangle applied. Femi in trouble. And once again, Femi powering out of it. There's only so many times you can muster up enough power to utilize that maneuver to break the hold. Waller, beautiful flatliner, connecting onto Femi. And that's the beautiful thing about Waller's offense. Sometimes he can roll through, hit that beautiful stunner, which, as a whole, an opponent doesn't expect that delay. Like this time, Femi caught with it for a 3rd time. Can also roll through into the flatliner, which is a little quicker. Timing's everything in wrestling, and Waller's utilized perfect timing to win the big maneuvers. He tried to get the tap out once again. Goes for the stunner for a 4th time now. Oba's put down. Another triangle applied. The head of Oba eating a lot of punishment here. Oba not gonna tap though. Waller relinquishes the hold, realizing Femi still is in this matchup. Waller dunking in the corner, sets Oba up. No fireman's carry. Rolling senton into a bit of a trick shot. Boom! Land the elbow. Oba's in danger. Still quite close to the ropes. In fact, that hand was touching it. Referee spots it. Pulls the rope break. This has been a demolition course here by Waller. Leapfrogs over Femi, rolls through, misses there, but Oba's going to fire back. Big time exploder. And Femi, both men's bodies, pisses onto the mat. Slow to get up. This has been a brutal affair, but it's realistically only been Waller. He has been perfect. Rolling back into the ring to hit that stunner. And Femi must be on his last gasp. Crossface applied to the ruler. Wrenching back is Waller. Not gonna get the tap out, but it is close. He is on the verge of defeating Oba Femi here. Waller heads to the second rope again, this time dropping the axe. Ruler get back to his feet, but eats a super kick from Waller. Sends over into the corner. And this is honestly domination from Grayson. Charges in the second time. But 2 is too much for Obafemi, who reverses it, but he's still affecting this matchup. Waller, he keeps going for it, rolls back into the ring, hits it again. That stunner. If the first you don't succeed, try again. Meanwhile, Femi trapped in the hold. The triangle applied. Still no tap out. Waller has probably only a few last gasp remaining in this matchup, and these might be them. Waller picked up, down, choke slam out from Femi. Waller has realistically had no control of the situation he's in, but now the pop-up powerbomb and following it up, Boston Crab applied. First, a rope break situation. And thus, Femi resorting to other submissions, but Waller fights out of it. Waller hasn't eaten too much punishment. Waller, he is taking a beating at the hands of the Aussie. There's only so much punishment you can take before your body gives up. Zoba's battered, bruised, carcass being punished further. Hands of Grayson Waller. Femi finally back into this. Has Waller up. Makai's into the corner. Waller is trying very hard to kind of fight back. Waller has done a good job here. This put Waller a big right up over with that butterfly DDT. The second time of asking, and he connects, and he's going to look to end it. Triangle applied. The arm being wrenched here. Femi breaks the hold. Rope break called. Waller's not done though. Sends Femi running into that stunner. Brings him down. And brings him right back between the legs. Triangle applied. The choke secures the W for Grayson Waller. As to the replays that we get, the amount of times that stunner was utilized, it didn't get the job done first time or second. Talk about 5 or 6 of them. Keep the ruler down, keep him trapped in the hole. A lot of resiliency shown by Obafemi. Waller, let's be honest, put on a show for us here tonight. Showcasing why he is now clear Femi heads to 0-2, but to be honest, he's really got minimal input about it. We've seen through these replays early in the match where that show. Waller reaching Femi, tried to power into the able to do so. That butterfly DDT into the roll was stunning. Forced the triangle hold.
Here is your winner, Grayson Waller.
Victory for Waller. Let's move over to Pat's gone. Because we're going to talk bout 2. It is a women's MMA bout. The next 2 matches, in fact, are MMA bouts, which is... And... fuck it, we'll do it now. It's an unplanned, sort of unscripted section. It was going to come after the main event, but we'll do it now. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are specials for IPW. We are live for 6 bouts each night. And the bouts are built to affect our ranking system. What that means, I will explain on the days, but let's be honest, our general managers have combined together both Solo and Eve Torres to put together a bumper week of action, all with the cause of boosting ranks and also maybe eliminating a few people from contention. Now, obviously, some of you may be wondering, what do I mean by that? What's happening on the Wednesday? Well, it is a combined show. Both Breakdown and Primetime stars will be involved. And you'll learn near the time what may happen, because we do have some big bouts coming into next week that are scheduled into the cards already that may get moved into these bumper shows. But as I say, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, all live, bringing you the best of IPW to you guys. I can't wait to see it, because it is set to be epic. That's all I need to say. Anywho, there's a reason I mentioned it now. It's because our next bout, our women's bout of the night, it is a MMA battle featuring Fatal Influence. But who in Fatal Influence? It is their newest member, Kiana James, take it to the field for this bout. Porcelain Blue.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing Fatal Influence from Sioux City, Iowa, Kiana James.
This member of IPW Fatal Influence lineup all holding gold. James the only member playing championship. To be honest, there isn't really any championship on Primetime to go for. All the belts are controlled by Fatal Influence. So, realistically, maybe ranking may be beneficial.
And her opponent from the Welsh Valleys, Tegan Knox.
Fatal Influence don't get holders of the Undisputed World Championship, the Television Championship, and the Women's Tag Team belts. They can technically do their belts with JC and but tonight, singles action for her against this woman, Tegan Knox. Knox a vital position here in APW, as is many women. She did compete the other week in a battle royale, I believe. on Underground. Put together a couple of big bouts here on the Underground show just to rile up the rankings. We love to rile them up. And Knox getting into the ring here tonight against James, who we've seen a pretty prevalent threat when given a chance to strike. Down in the court, though, wastelanded by Knox, who, let's be honest, hasn't had the opportunities here in IPW. The one she does get, she is trying to deliver with us, Kiana. Trying to strike the court, working Ronald. Knox, a big name in the UK independent scene, has realistically had to redevelop her career after suffering heavy injuries. Now she is obviously trying to come back in her career. And in IPW, this is kind of her big shot, getting into the sights of Fatal Influence. And the big thing about the Underground is obviously stars from both shows do compete down here, as we're seeing. I believe Knox in the panel breakdowns roster, and Kiana James is a member of Prime Times, but this choke slam can be avoided. Kiana fights out of it, realizing the danger it takes. Knocks up to military press, reversal and there, a DDT. Plants Kiana's head into the mat. Neither woman landing that big shot. But now it's Kiana James firing back with vertical suplex. Knox though not going to go down and out without a fight. Takes down Kiana. Begins to strike through onto James, who, as we said, member of Fatal Influence. Feel Fallon Henley coming into Resolve, obviously the ranking system being at stake at Resolve. She might have to defend both championships in one night. That would be pretty insane to see from her. Kiana now. Sweeping neck breaker, planting Keegan Knox. Haven't really discussed it yet, but this is an MMA bout. The ways to win are pretty simple. KO or submission as that big knee hits the side of the skull of Keegan Knox. Not getting to lock in the submission here is Kiana James. Knox fights back to a vertical base, trying to take it to Kiana. James in a difficult situation here, as Knox gets the weaponry. Chair in hand, swinging into the body of James, who realizes the danger, gets out the way. And now, James could potentially look to lash out with the chair herself. Isn't going to do so. Instead, Knox in danger of a K1-3. Plants her down, does Kiana. Pop-up spine buster as well. The big shots are connecting from Kiana James, who's only putting an end to Tegan Knox. Boston Crab apply. The walls of Jericho, as they're also known as. Kiana needed to sit back down heavy on them, but couldn't do so. And Knox is able to escape. Come through. Quick to the knee connects for a shining wizard. Knox lands the big shot, now applying the cravat. Choke around the neck as well as the knee in the back to force the pressure. It doesn't net the win, it does a bit of damage to Kiana, but Kiana's back to a bit of base and trying to go on the attack. Avoids a shot from Knox, fires back herself a beautiful paintbrushing slap, and now Kiana striking heavy-handed with the shots. Knox realizes the danger that Kiana is trying to build momentum. Nox stops it, turns it into her own, lands the dropkick. Kiana in danger as Nox fires through. Big time knee connects there. James eats a big shot as that's a guitar being played across the head of Kiana James, who eats it for dinner and now firing back. K1-3 plants down Nox. Nox in danger. Kiana bridging back over into the Boston Crab. Submission to break, but Kiana lets go. Again, we look at our previous bout at how many submissions it took Waller to get the W. James has the extra advantage of it being KO as well. Nox is resilient, as is Kiana. Kiana keeps the pressure on, lands a spear, charges it again. Showcasing her athleticism is Kiana in this match. It was beautiful, elegant, and destructive all in one go. James fetches the ladder. The Underground might get some high-flying action in this knockout-style bout, but Nox not going to allow Kiana to be the one to fly. Instead, gets caught, and now it's Kiana firing back. The drop down, big elbow misses, but the forearm smash doesn't. Back drop suplex onto the ladder. Tegan Nox eating a big shot, avoids the big elbow. That's her saving grace right now, but it is a minimal savior as Kiana's still fighting as Nox hooked up. Nox fights out the grasp. Back and forth we go. Nox sends Kiana flying to the outside. Nox heads up top, gonna fly, drops the elbow. Oh! The leg of Tegan, though, caught on the apron. It doesn't appear to have affected her, but knowing the fact that she has torn both ACLs in her career, that's not going to do them a world of good. How about a second guitar shot? First the electric guitar, now the bass, both cracked across Kiana James's head. Kiana's realizing the danger she's in, asks for Tegan to stop. Now it's just Kiana taking advantage of the opportunity. Sends Tegan back into the ring. Nox really eating some shots. K1-3 again. Kiana closing in on the victory. Doesn't go Boston Crab this time. Head scissors applied now. Keeping Nox's head trapped in them. He relinquishes the hold, but Nox wasn't moving. Closing in on victory is Kiana. Eat that knee. Tegan tries to go dirty. Kiana's not allowing it. James, though, caught the spinning heel kick into the Shining Wizard. Nox, it's her time to shine. Locks in the cravat. Submission hold in deep. Kiana fights out. And Kiana fires. K1-3. How much punishment can these women take? It's certainly a lot right now. Once again, Kiana. Boston Crab applied. Will this get the victory? The answer's no. I feel this is a good show for Kiana James, especially in the eyes of the champs. in Fatal Influence. They've let her go out alone. Let her bring it to Tegan as she hits her with a guitar this time. James is going pretty strong. Tegan in trouble as the pressure from James is ramping up. Puts her in the corner. Knox fights out of it. Hits the super kick. Now lines up James. Kiana could potentially eat a big shot. Super kick to the knee. There's that shining wizard once again. Tegan again with the submission. Again, she's wrenching back on it. James, will she tap out? No, still in it. And crawling to safety, the corner to get herself back up. Another guitar picked up here by Knox. This one's not going to be brought into the ring. Instead, left out there. She just charges in, massive uppercut. Kiana back to her feet, realizes danger was coming. Brings Knox to the corner. Going to be a turnabout with fair play. The answer is yes. The spear connects. And now the knee across the throat. James, we've seen her pick up skills from her Fatal Influence friends, her colleagues. And this might be one of them. The K13 connects for another time. She's not done yet. Pulls up Knox, connects with a punch. Not going to go K13 instead. Drop suplex. Knox is down. Potentially out as James watches on. Connects with a kick to the gut and a boot to the face. This is just disrespectful, but deserving. Kiana hits that knee and knocks out Tegan Knox. Tegan got knocked out in this one as Kiana realistically hit the big shot. That knee strike to the face is hard to protect. You can see it here. He's just immediately stuck on the chin. He forced the opponent's head to just crank with use your weight and bring it down into the side and knee even further. It's such a dastardly maneuver. One that Kiana utilizes to perfection. Came free as well, but keeping the maneuver. Wasn't the one that secured the match. It was that knee strike. See it here again. He sets her off. Bit of disrespect to Hawkins. Footbreaker, more or less on lower shoulder. Kiana just kind of preventing the boot to the face and instead of easily this knockout blow.
Here is your winner, Kiana James!
Kiana James picks up a victory here in the Underground, and I'm just realizing I have not turned down my sound at all during this show. I apologize. Regardless of that, Kiana James victorious here. Let us turn your attention to me. Hi, me again. We have one more match tonight, and it is a doozy. It will be a match that's been in the making for some time now. We've been kind of hyping it up in the Underground, and Ludwig Kaiser, our general manager, said, you know what? Why not? We'll give it to you. Strap on in as the return of the King happens now. The Olympic gold medalist, the undefeated star of the Underground, is back. looking to make it 5 straight wins.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 237 pounds, Kurt Angle.
Kurt has been phenomenal in the underground. Typically competing in submission bouts, tonight he's got his work cut out. It is a full-on MMA bout for him. I'm just looking at his record. 4 wins, 4 submissions. Who could stop him? Who could beat the Olympic gold medalist? Well, one man wants his rematch. Lexus King has been on a bit of a tear recently. He's fired back to a strong success. And tonight, he's looking to put that success to the
And his
test.
opponent from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 223 pounds, Lexus King.
King has become what we like to call an underground killer. The perfect records broken by this man. He's 2 for 2 in recent matches, and tonight, he's looking to make it 3 for 3. Defeat the perfect record, Kurt Angle. Can he manage it? As underground big boy battles are concerned, this is probably one of the biggest we can do right now. It's King and Angle. Who is the real king of the underground? Is it the most winningest man, or the man that just has it in his name? We tie up for the first time, and King gets the better of the situation. Collar and elbow forced into the corner, and Kurt brazen with a strike out of the first exchange. Now Kurt wins the second initial tie-up. Wrist lock applied. Keeping the pressure on, he wrenches down on it. King feeling the pain that Kurt can apply as Kurt changes the angle. Turns it more into an attack on the shoulder and elbow. This is Olympic level grappling from an Olympian who is targeting that arm. STO puts down King. Angle getting the better of that exchange. Our third tie-up. Who will win out on this? The answer, the gold medalist, Kurt Angle, takes advantage early. As mentioned in our previous match, it is KO, it is submission, and Angle already bringing in the weaponry. The big blue mallet striking the belly of King. And King now forced to his feet. Eats a shoulder block from Angle. And Kurt is doing Kurt things. Striking King, sets him up. Olympic slam! Onto the mallet. This has been annihilation from the early get-go. King, though, dirty to the end. A low blow. Striking Kurt now. Has the reverse figure 4 locked in. Kurt gets out of it with ease. And Kurt picks the ankle. Trademark Kurt Angle. Ankle lock applied. King eating the pressure. Kurt wasn't in a standing basis as well for that. He went down low to keep a tighter grip on the hold. And he gets the knockout. Done and dusted. And the perfect record killer in Lexus King suffers an emphatic loss here to Kurt Angle. Kurt gets to 5 victories. And this wasn't a submission. This was a KO, and it was a deserved KO. Dominant from the early get-go. That low blow could have turned the tides in the match, but no. The mallet brought into the ring. 2 shots.
Here is your winner, Kurt Angle.
And the You Suck music begins. As Kurt Angle secures a W in our main event. Honestly, our quickest bout tonight in a main event. It was a well-deserved return to the IPW Underground for Kurt Angle. And with it, I get to say thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed tonight's IPW Underground. Certainly a big show. We've got, as we say, 3 big shows live next week for you guys. I hope to see you for them as well. They're going to be killer. And I'm just going to take a brief look. I'm going to show you guys something that I've been promising to show you. If you're wanting to see divisions, this is the current standings in our divisions as the ambulance goes by. The Undisputed Men's World Championship division on primetime. Cody Rhodes, the champion. He's got a few big names in there. Samoa Joe, the former champion, still up in number 1. Bret Hart, John Cena. The Miz is somehow in here. The Rock, Kenny Omega, Rikishi. Man, we just saw pick up a W, Kurt Angle. The newly signed Roman Reigns. Kazuchika Okada in at 10. Tag team division, we already know who will be facing them at Resolve. It will be the New Day. So these rankings, kind of arbitrary for the tag division, but just to give you a little looking at that. Mixed tag isn't really put in terms of divisional rankings. It is down to whoever steps up to the plate. As for now, our Women's Undisputed World Championship. Fallon Henley, the champion. Trish Stratus, leader. Joe McCool. McCool, who's a former challenger for the belt. And Bianca Belair's risen to 5 after, obviously, securing a big victory in the Battle Royale this week. Eve Torres, even the general manager's there, but I've got a feeling she won't be in that picture much longer. Then the television championship belt. Surprising to see number 1 is Fatal Influence's own JC Jane. Lyra's still in the picture. Carmella, Carlani, Jordan, Tatum, Paxley. Another Fatal Influence member in Jasmine Nix. Cora Jade. A lot of names here. Kiana James has risen up the rankings after a victory tonight against an unranked star, don't get me wrong, but it does improve the rankings. As for the men's television championship, Carmelo Hayes is in number 1. Certainly have to see how this division of all divisions shapes up. Christ, even Stone Cold's in here. Lexus King down at 12. After losing tonight, got a few names there that don't need to worry about. Let's move over to Thursday's breakdown. LA Knight, number 1. No real shocks there as to these rankings. The Ruby Belt, Tiffany Stratton up in number 1 now. Io Becky in there, so's China. Stephanie Vakir's creeped into 9th. Tag Team Championship. The challengers are in 3rd. As we mentioned earlier, obviously, the number 1 contenders were determined ahead of Resolve. The men's amethyst belt, Damian Priest and Rich Holland. Surprising name to see there in that picture, but we will have some shake-up matches this week to all these divisions, I should point out. The women's sapphire belt, the Holden Nia Jax, Maxine Dupree in number 1. Somehow, this division needs shaking up heavily. The Women's Tag Team Championships we've already kind of talked about. The Kabuki Warriors in at 1. As everyone else has dropped position. JCJ and Jasmine Nix are champs. Might have a date with Asuka and Kairi in the future. We shall see. But as a whole, our rankings kind of are solidifying. We've got 2 weeks, including 3 shows this week, to shake them up even more. That's the name of the game. That is what our general managers want to do. They want to give everyone a chance to get number 1, or as close as goddamn possible to it. Wins and losses are affecting it, but when it comes to our rankings, they will be final after, I believe it is 2 more weeks of action. And the upcoming week and then the week after is our final shows. We'll know who's going to be facing who by the end of Thursday night in a week's time. Thank you for joining me tonight on IPW Underground. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. It has been certainly delightful for me to bring to you guys. And I will see you guys live now next week for IPW Primetime Breakdown and Prime Down, I guess that'll be called, or Break Time. Break Time's funny. But yeah, I'll see you guys then.